Hey everybody, hope you all are doing well. Just a couple of things before we get into this episode. Some people have asked, why I spend so much time, IDing the finds at the end of the video. Well, I honestly feel that if you're going to be a detectorist, if you're going to dig in the dirt and find things from the past, then you owe it to the history of what you find, and whether that's military history, civilian history, early settler history, Native American history, whatever it is, you owe it to the history of what you dig to know what it is, identify it correctly, and preserve it or restore it if possible. And if that doesn't sound like that's for you, whatever, but I do think that's really important. And I have seen over the years many, now with 3 decades in this hobby, many people who will dig things that are valuable or interesting or rare and then throw them away because they didn't know what they were. The rarer something is, the less likely you are to have seen one in the wild or seen one in a museum somewhere. So those are precisely the types of finds that get thrown away. It's not some common suspender clip or a farthing or something mundane. It's generally the types of things that you've never ever seen before because they're that rare. And I think a lot of people find pieces of things that they can't ID what it's from, and so it gets tossed. So I feel pretty strongly about it, and I'm hoping that some of the things that I post and some of the things that I show at the end of the finds wrap up of each video will help people to be able to ID the things that they're digging as well. Anyhow, so on this current episode, a pretty outstanding hunt yet again in this new field. I've had some amazing fields before, and I've had some amazing sites. But this field, it feels like we're kind of on the edge of a Civil War campsite. And there's a lot of other stuff mixed in to kind of muddy the waters, but there's a big surprise at the end of this video, and it's a revelation that I'll share right at the beginning of the, or maybe at the very end of the finds wrap up. So do watch until the end, even if the ID stuff is not for you. That's it. Let's get digging. Hey everybody, it's muddy and wet, and I got mosquitoes buzzing in my face because there's not any breeze. It's going to be 101 with the heat index today, or 102. I just got a piece here that's probably early 20th century, probably very late Victorian. It's a decorative piece of brass. I'm walking into, I think, a spot where I'm starting to dig some lead-headed nails, some more modern glass, white pottery, some beer bottle, and some aluminum. And I think I'm walking into a newer spot. So I think I'm gonna have to either change sites or get smarter about where I'm gridding on this spot. All right, keep digging. Hopefully I'll come across something today before it gets too hot. All right, catch you in a minute. Hey everybody, got what I think here is a lead oversplash from a bullet mold. You can see the top there, and this would have been the top side, and that would have been down into the mold where the sprue would have been cut off. But yeah, that's what that is, lead oversplash. I may keep going here. That's old. People were casting bullets here, but I've been digging lead-headed nails and back rivets, and not a whole lot. A couple of AJ Tower, probably AJ Tower and Company work clothes buttons. All right, keep digging. The ever-popular Guillot suspender clip. Suspender adjuster. Yeehaw! C'est vrai. Well, I think I have another interesting bullet here. It's reminding me of a, well, it looks like about 44 caliber. Solid base. I think that's probably some Colt variant. That's a different variant than the other one. So still, every bullet from this field has been a different bullet. I'm happy to have it though. I'll ID it at home. All right, cool, keep digging. Hey everybody, got either another brooch or a Another piece of the last one, all twisted up, so that'll have to be carefully straightened at home. Cool. Again, probably early 20th century. All right, keep digging. Well, there's Jesus. Religious medallion, Catholic. I don't know what's on the back. Aluminum, semi-modern. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, I just got a cross right on top. These are probably early 20th century. Brass. Probably plated once upon a time. Might have had Jesus hanging on there, but he's long gone. This is an after Easter cross. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, this is this is what I call a sunburst style trouser button. Probably 1920s or so, 20s or 30s, I guess. All right, I'm about ready to go to a different spot in this field or go to a different site. Just a lot of 20th century stuff. I'm not all about that. Needs to be at least Reconstruction era for me to care. All right, keep digging. Well, I keep staring at this thing, trying to make it into a breastplate, but no matter how much I stare at it, it never has an eagle. So it's not. I don't know what it is. It might just be a piece of brass. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody. I am getting pretty warm out here. I got another bullet here, another mystery bullet. I'm assuming it's old. Hard to know. I don't think it is actually. I mean, it's old, but it's not super old. All right, well, at least it doesn't look like any type I've seen. Yeah, I think that's more modern. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, now this is another weird bullet, but I think this is gonna be a good one. Yes. What are you? Another mystery. Solid base, maybe a Burnside. I don't know. Clean it up when I get home. Figure it out. It looks the right age though. Weird field. All right, good. Keep digging. Hey everybody, finds are real slow here. Heat index just got to 100 today. I'm starting to wear out, but I'm digging a lot of junk. But this is a diamond-shaped keyhole escutcheon. It's gonna have a keyhole right in the center and probably two little tack holes on either side, one on either side of it. Also got an oil lantern thumb wheel, so that's not much to write home about, but I'm gonna keep going here and see what I can dig. All right, keep digging. Well, I always get excited when I see something that's lead-backed, but I think that's a clock pendulum. It's the wrong size to be anything else. Might be a rosette, lead-backed rosette. Hopefully I'll have a design on it, but all right, keep digging. Oh man. Well, it was a US belt plate, what I found in this field. That is more of it. That's a hook. Lead filling. Looks like junk to anybody else, but I think that this thing was totally destroyed by the plow. But I'll piece together as much as I can. Maybe it can be restored. But yeah, I thought it was maybe a box plate, but that's definitely a hook. So, all right, keep digging. Hey everybody, you see that in the bottom of the row? That's ant cursive. They write messages to the aliens, and they write them in the bottom of the row when it's muddy. So, yeah, it's totally true. Hey everybody, I can already tell that this is the type of double loop suspender clip. And it's not complete. It might be. Nope, it's not. It's missing. It would have had a loop like this down here and then an identical loop up top. But these were also manufactured by Guyot, G-U-Y-O-T, in their late 1800s finds. Oh, I think we might get a cloud. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get a cloud. Come on, cloud. Get over here. I need you. Oh, please. Don't stop. Keep digging. Got a broken harmonica reed. Whew, it's hot. I'm gonna do a little more. I'm starting to get a little beat. Now, can't believe I found the rest of that, well, not the rest of it, but another piece of that belt plate, now that I know it's a belt plate, not a box plate. That's crazy. I hope the rest of it is in one piece, and so I can at least have half undamaged, maybe have it reconstructed, but repaired. But I'm gonna keep at it here, see if I can find the rest of it. That one was fairly far away from the other one, unless there's two plates in this field. That would be fun. Anyhow, all right, back at it here. Keep digging. Hey everybody, got my only coin for the day, and it's a 1918, 1912 wheat. Ain't much. All right, well, keep at it here a while longer till I'm woe out and sick. All right, keep digging. Got a big clock frame piece, and I found a porcelain button in the same hole, and some more corset clasps. I need a good find to energize me. I think I'm gonna go sit in the truck with the AC on. All right, taking a break. Hey everybody, got a little glass stopper here. I like finding these. I don't find them very often. That one's chipped. All right, cool deal. Keep digging. Hey everybody, look at what I see. See that hiding in there? Must be Bennington marble. That's what I'm thinking it is. It's gotta be a Bennington marble. That's what I'm thinking it is. Woohoo! Hey everybody, I just saw this bottle. I hope it's old. It's hard to know. I like tiny bottles. Just picked up another tiny bottle that was unfortunately broken. Well, I don't think this is all that old. It may have some embossing down there, but I like it. And it'll go in the collection with tiny bottles. All right, cool deal. Can't read what that says. Check it out when I get home. But it will be identifiable. I think it says perfume. All right, cool deal. Keep digging. Hey everybody, it's time for the finds wrap up. It's a pretty good hunt. Lots of things were kind of thin, but I managed to squeak out some more targets. Up in the top left, we have items that I will put in the box labeled whatsits, you know, things that look like cast brass. Pretty sure this is a piece of a knife, like a ferrule or the end of a knife, probably pocket knife. This is a puzzler, it's cast brass. All the stamped thin stuff, you know, doesn't have any designs on it, that's all recycling. But something like that may be a piece of something else that's not identified yet. So, you know, I keep pieces like that that I think may be pieces to something else until I've dug, you know, in the field enough that I feel like I would have found, you know, over a decade, you know, more of it. Anyhow, this is probably a cast bell. They have this kind of tomback colored material. It was probably some sort of a hand-rung bell. Two D-buckles. Got up here an oil lantern, kerosene lantern piece where the wick would have come out, and a lantern thumb wheel there. Got an interesting transportation button here. It has a locomotive on it, steam locomotive. Work clothes button, overalls button. This is a 1920s, what I call sunburst style trousers button. This is another A.J. Tower fish brand, so that was off of probably a slicker or a raincoat of some sort, early 1900s. We've got two, I said I was going to save them, 22 shorts. I'm going to put those two cases in the display here with the 22 long with my pistol. We've got two keyholes. These often are rusted, like they had part of the smokehouse lock attached. So I just basically take those, and I have a little tiny little 5-ounce hammer that I just kind of lightly tap to get the rust off. You couldn't even see the keyhole before I did that on those. We have a reed plate from a harmonica. Then over here we've got a piece of a cavalry spur. You can always tell these because they're curved on one side and they're smooth on the other. This is the end of a pocket knife. I may or may not save that. This is a religious medallion. It's hold. A priest told me that the way to dispose of these was to bury them in the ground, so that might help to explain why we find so many of those. 1912 wheat, harmonica, well, not harmonica, but an accordion reed of some sort, made out of some sort of flaky lead. Then this, unfortunately, is cracked there, and of course the neck is broken. But I have a perfect example of this bottle that I've found before. It's the exact same bottle. I don't know what was in it. Smelling salts, perfume, something. So I'm not going to save this example because it's just too far gone. But this bottle I was really liking. It says Colgate and Company. You can see it there, Colgate and Company around the rim, and it says perfume. So this is an early, Colgate actually made perfumes long before they made toothpaste. In fact, they were big in the perfume and toilet water, it was called, industry, long before they ever did any toothpaste. And it would have had a stopper similar to this, but this doesn't fit, but it would have been a similar glass stopper. You can see where it's kind of discolored where the stopper went. So, then we have the Bennington marble, another glass stopper, lots of buttons here, porcelain buttons. This is a Shirley brand, fragment of a suspender, aluminum button there. I'll probably save that, it's not rotten. Then we have Charles Guillot suspender clips, front and this front set here, and then we got an adjuster there. 3 corset clasps. Again, these often have the iron attached to the back, so I just kind of very lightly tap with a very small hammer. The cross, which I think is probably early 20th century, could be even mid. A mystery bullet. I was thinking that might be a Burnside. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll ID it later if I can, but it looks like it's been either partially melted or something. Then we have a nice Colt Army carved bullet here. I don't know what in the world that thing was. Bar lead, little lead oversplash from the top of a bullet mold. Okay, that's kind of nice. And what I think is a lead pencil. There wouldn't be too many reasons you would have a piece of lead that pointed. Anyhow, then I found all of the pieces of this beautiful brooch. That's pretty awesome. I found them in 3 different spots of the field and was able to piece it back together. That's why you save everything. Anyhow, and then I didn't realize what this was at the time, but I totally found either an adjuster for a sword belt rig or a musket sling hook. And I'm leaning towards musket sling hook here. You can tell if this was straight, if that was unbent. It's very thick brass. Great Civil War find there. Phenomenal. I didn't even know what that was when I found it. I mean, I knew it was thick brass, but I didn't have an ID, and then when I was cleaning it, I was like, oh yeah, that's what that is. Now, let's talk about that plate. Okay, so when I dug that plate, I was like, oh, awesome, it's gonna be a piece of this other plate. You can see this other plate right there in the display case from before. A nice US plate there. You can see the top of the U and a little bit of the S over there to the right. Get about half of the letter U. Well, this is wild. This plate that I dug that has the hook, this plate, you can see all of the letter U. Here's the top of the letter U with the serif up here, and there's the curve of the letter U. If I were to put this over top of the other one, you can see that it's two different plates. Here's the rim of this plate. So for goodness sake, there's two plates in this field. I mean, what in the world? What in the world? So that's pretty astounding. So I'm gonna get back and try to find the rest of them. Catch you all in the next episode.